How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little double IPA collaboration, hopeful goodness, in the form of Equilibrium Brewing and Alewife Brewing. It's their Entente, I think that's how you say it. It's a double IPA, and it was brewed at, let's see what we have here, brewed and canned at Equilibrium. So this is Equilibrium Joint. I have not had this. I remember them making this. Actually, I didn't remember anything about it until I saw the can, and I saw the can and went, wait a minute, I think I remember this, and then stuff popped in my brain. But this was given to me by James. Thank you very much, brother. We hung out and chugged some beers today. He gave me a little 4-pack of jams, so this is going to go down with a couple others. So thank you very much, Duder. As far as this one says, Equilibrium Brewing, Alewife Brewing, my first foray into their beers, Entente Double India Pale Ale, 8% alcohol by volume. Not be that. No story time or whatever. I have no idea how old this is. There's no kind of like date on the can or any of that malarkey floating around there, which is weird because I think Equilibrium dates all theirs. Oh, there it is, right there. 2/15/2019. We are actually exactly at the 15th of April, so 2 months old on this one. I think we're okay there. We'll see what's what. So keep that in mind when we review this. 2 months old. I don't think that's a problem when it comes to hazies, or let me rephrase that, it shouldn't be a problem when it comes to hazies. And I think Equilibrium stability is pretty good. Let's see. Super big head on this. I don't think it was an overly aggressive pour on my part. I just think that's kind of how the beer is. You're talking about 2 index fingers, just off white head, beveling creaminess on there. Pretty uniform, super tight compact bubble sands, a couple stragglers. And she's got that rich haziness to her. Probably a little bit less turbid than what you'd expect from a lot of Equilibrium beers, but she definitely looks the part of a big old hazy. See if we can get a nose to this head. I'm actually getting crazy peach melon vibes on this. Just almost like not overly ripened peachiness, like a slightly under-ripened kind of peach. So you get that big, wow, it's huge. Actually, I got like a pop of both ends of the spectrum there, like a peach juice on top of that unripened peachiness. It's all the peaches. Peaches for me. Wow, that's crazy. And there's a melon thing going on there too, so it's not strictly stone fruit. It's got this rich melon component underneath that huge vibrant peach component. That is by far and away, the most legitimately peach beer that I've ever smelled in my life. Like, there's been sours that have had peaches in it that don't come off like this beer does. It's absolutely insane. Like, I actually feel like I'm smelling peach juice here as opposed to a beer. It's fucking with my brain. That's how fucking crazy it is. And that's all I can fixate on now. That's all I'm getting is this huge peach components. Like I said, there was that soft kind of tropical fruit over there. It's sweet, sure, bittering, whatever. All I get is peaches. Man, I'm just drinking this. Cheers. That's fucking peach juice. That's peach juice. If this is a Core 4 beer, that's bonkers. That tastes exactly like peach juice. Sure, you're getting a bittering component in there. You are getting a dryness from the yeast. It's a beer. It's not a beer, but it's as close as you can get to non-artificial peach and still be a beer as you possibly can. It's absolutely 100% fucking amazingly delicious. Super angry that I did not try this beer fresh. Because, honestly, this is probably one of my more favorite double IPAs I've had this year in quite some time. Only because it's giving me so much of those peach vibes that I just can't even wrap my brain around it. It's that vibrant, that explosive, that so on point. But at the same time, it's like you get all... Listen, when we sit here and we talk about fruit flavors, or I talk about it, I don't want to kind of put anybody else in there. We're talking about hop flavor, you know what I mean? Like, sure, there is fruit added stuff, and we talk about that too. And here I am with the we again. But when I talk about that, it's all, okay, I am assuming you understand that I'm saying the words, these hops taste like and then what I'm saying. So I'll be like, oh man, I'm getting huge grapefruit and citrus in here. I assume you hear, oh, these hops taste like I'm getting huge grapefruit and citrus in here. This tastes like peaches. This does not taste like a fruit flavor derived from hops. It actually tastes like peaches, peach juice. That's the distinction. That's the distinction I'm trying to make. So from nose to taste, well, it still is a beer. The amount of impactful peachiness on this in a very clean, in a very organic, in a very real way is one of the most unique and impressive things I've had in a beer, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this is fantastic. I think this might be one of the best, if not up there with the best beer that I've had from Equilibrium. We're talking there straight out of laboratory, all those beers. And I think if this is anything to do with what Alewife does, then I need to get some in my fucking life, because this is the next level where I want beer to go. Or at least IPAs, let's put it that way. Because the whole illusion of fruit flavor is a fun thing, but this is just kind of tricking my brain. It's when you see 4K and you're like, wow, I didn't think HD could be any more HD. Well, I didn't know if those fruited hazies can be, or non-fruited, fruit insinuating hazies could be any closer. Well, this is the next step up. I just think it's fantastic. And the funny thing is, I went into this kind of being like, oh, it's 2 months old, we'll see what happens. Yeah, if this tastes any better, that's fantastic, but I don't know, maybe 2 months is a sweet spot with this. So I'll try to get this up quick, because if this is good, if you have these floating around, open them. They're fucking fantastic. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late, without a doubt. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, sure, is it a kind of BJCP traditional textbook IPA? No, but it tastes like fucking peach juice, but it's still beer. I love it. Value and availability, it's Equilibrium, so it's probably $20 a 4-pack, give or take a couple bucks, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like peaches. No shit, Sherlock. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting stuff. I've interviewed Equilibrium. I should try to get Alewife on. That would be fun. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little peach jammer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.